and hopefully beat Sweden in that.
How nice would it be to play paddle around here?
So here we go. Oh, this is the future.
This is the future.
No, touch it!
Welcome to Padel on Tour, the series where we will travel around the globe and explore the paddle phenomenon. My name is Filip Björne, and I have teamed up here with MATCHi on this first trip to one of the fastest growing cities in the world, as the paddle community here is growing fast too. How did it all start and where is it going? How important is a federation for the growth of the sport, and what adds value to a facility? Vamos! Dubai is the most populated city in the United Arab Emirates and the capital of the Emirate of Dubai. Located in the eastern part of the Arabian Peninsula on the coast of the Persian Gulf, Dubai aims to be the business hub of Western Asia. With the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, the city is one of the most popular tourist destinations with second most 5-star hotels in the world. On our first stop, we meet Farquarson, the head of racket sports at NAS. How would you describe the paddle here in Dubai?
It was really lucky at the beginning to be supported by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, and that really helped kind of grow it within the community. And they really had their first courts about 9 years ago. There's a couple of outdoor public courts and a couple of the private ones at his facility. And you know, over the last 5 or 6 years, the growth has been a little bit kind of slow as they're finding their feet, and then the last year it's really been booming. Yeah.
What about the level of the players here?
We've got, especially this last year, so many new players in the game, and what's been really impressive is that the kind of local Emirati population have taken the sport, and you know, I host a lot of kind of tournaments of every category, and this last year some of our beginner categories we're having 250 players, which is amazing. So we've seen a huge growth in that level.
And what about the future of paddle in Dubai?
Now it's got some really kind of good players and good companies and investors backing it. You know, it will. I'm sure it will grow very quickly. Maybe not quite as quickly as it's grown in Sweden, but for sure, you know, we're seeing some serious movement here now, and I'm sure it will continue to do so.
So you think Dubai is like Sweden?
Yeah, I think the mentality towards sport is slightly different. You know, I know that the Swedish have a kind of really strong background in sport and kind of education in sport and things like that. But I think the local population are really wanting to learn this game and to, you know, experience the most out of this game. It will be growing, you know, as quickly as it could here.
If we talk markets, we talked about Dubai and UK and Sweden. And what else do you think it's gonna boom?
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the things I like about my YouTube channel, the Paddle School, is I get the analytics. So I can see from my viewership which countries are really developing, and you know, Holland, Belgium, and for me, Denmark and Finland as well. Denmark is, I think, going to be, you know, the next Sweden, where you're just seeing the start of that curve, and it's going to grow, you know, very quickly there. It's obviously already big in Italy, Portugal, France, these countries. So yeah, I can see it just is growing throughout Europe.
So back to Dubai, you said that you had masters, like Dubai Masters, World Padel Tour. Do you think it's going to be more of that?
I think so, yeah. You know, now the facilities, they're growing. You know, the players and the club owners in the game are having a better understanding of international paddle, and I think that now we will see, you know, some of these big tournaments being held. Obviously, you know, this year the World Cup, the World Championships is in Qatar, so I'm sure that will kind of also give this region a bit of a boost, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some you know, big tournaments being held here in the future for sure.
It's time to get out of the heat and into the first public indoor club in Dubai, Padel Point. We'll ask the board member Khalid about the journey opening up the club. But first, I challenge him and Johan from MATCHi in a game of paddle. And by my side, I have the coach Helena.
We are expanding here in Algoz. Even last week we opened 2 new courts, so we have a total of 5 courts here in Dubai. Hoping for more on this branch, and we're going to have, by the end of the year, 2 more branches with a total of almost 21 courts in the UAE.
You say that new players every day.
Yes, we do have new players almost every day. This shows, this shows, you know, that the game is still growing. If you see new players, it means the demand is still growing, you know, and you will still see it.
You start in 2020. Did you expect that it should grow so much?
No, I wish I did, but I did not. No? For us, it was very surprising that it would go this well, and that people would, you know, love this game so far. You know, opening the place was a huge risk. Yeah. Believe me, it was a huge risk. You know, the original plan was 7 courts. We decreased it to 3 just to be safe, you know, because you never know the demand.
How many courts was it here before you started?
Well, it's only purely paddle. There was no. This is the first one. This is the first trade license of dedicated paddle.
And the players who play here, do you see that the interest of paddle is growing a lot?
Especially, you know, we have tournaments almost, you know, every 1 week or 2 weeks. We have challenges. Other than tournaments, we have challenges like, you know, we have the live cameras, the audience coming. It does not matter the level, whether it's, you know, whatever, beginner level, intermediate, experts, professional, we do it to give the people the push and the interest to stay in the game, you know, because there is much more level. No matter what level you are on, there's still room to compete, you know. We're hosting also big tournaments this year, hopefully. We did host a few tournaments, big ones, and we host like mini tournaments almost weekly, but hopefully more big ones to come. I think this is the secret to keep the, you know, the game growing.
How important is it for you as a club to have Spanish trainers?
They are the biggest value to this club, you know, having the World Padel Tour coaching in the facility. People love them, people love the support they get from the coaches here. Especially having the World Padel Tour players, you know, knowing the conditions of the player, knowing how to support them. You know, in the training, you want someone supporting you, not just, you know, maybe pushing you to do it, just supporting you to do it right.
Mango.
I believe, in my opinion, having this atmosphere as a cozy and comfortable is what creates more community. You know, we do have some seatings for the paddle bar, and we have them upstairs. You know, we have the ping pong, we have the PlayStation. We actually have some people, you know, that they don't have games. They just come with their laptops, come with their children, and chill. You know, play PlayStation, drink, have some drinks, enjoy their time here.
So you don't have to play paddle when you are here?
Yes, exactly. Well, I swear we have some people coming like 2-3 hours before their game. I want to do something like what Zlatan has in Sweden.
Yeah.
This is the dream for me. Okay. Big venue, starting from scratch, 20 courts, 15 courts.
Now you have a partnership with MATCHi. Can you tell me about it?
At first, honestly, I was in doubt whether to go with MATCHi or not. You know, because people like the traditional way. They like calling the facility. They like going on WhatsApp and interacting with the people. But right now, I think we complete almost 3 weeks. Man, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
On my Instagram and on my WhatsApp, I get daily feedback on the app. Thank you guys for the app. It's very user-friendly. It's very convenient. Now we don't need to. Some people, you know, they don't like to pick up the phone and call. But with MATCHi, it's very simple. You just go into the app and find your timing and book it.
It's a lot of discussion if it's like a trend or not. Is it like the same here?
Yes. Even here, people talk about that. I'm an athlete. I'm a sports guy. You know, I've been doing spinning, running. I see the fitness studios. There are boot camps that were going on before. People thought it was a trend. It's still going on. Cycling was a trend. Still going. I don't think paddle is a trend. Once you start, you cannot stop. You even think of going, you know, competitive in it. Especially in Dubai, you know, it's very fresh. Everyone has the chance to do that right now. If, you know, if the federation takes it very seriously here, I think there is so much potential for paddle to grow. They like to compete in all sports, and hopefully paddle is going to be one very soon. And hopefully beat Sweden on that. Maybe.
When we say paddle courts are popping up everywhere in Dubai, we mean it. We meet Wilhelmsson, co-owner of a company that builds floating paddle courts in the heart of the city. What do you think is the best with Dubai to live here?
I would say it's a lot of things, to be honest. First of all, it's probably the safety. You know, I have 3 kids. The safety for them, the school, the education, the healthcare, it's all very, you know, high level. Yeah. But I would highlight the safety, I think, because, you know, they can bicycle anywhere, everywhere, go to friends, events, activities, and so forth, and always feeling safe, you know, for them, it's a big thing. So that's probably the biggest value this city have. As you can see, we are out in the middle of the sea, and there is buildings, hotels, beaches, and harbors around us everywhere. So we thought about something that could fit this environment, and we came down to the floating paddle courts. And you know, through my background as well with admirers that I work with, it's kind of, we can create all the side values. For example, it can be cafes, dressing room, restaurants, so you can fulfill that community that you're looking for within Padel. It's not, like I said, not only a basic court, it's everything around it. And as you can see here, we can place it wherever, and it's the best environment. The people are here, the interests are here, so the sky is the limit, to be honest. You know, nobody predicted what Dubai is, how it would look now and what it is, you know. How nice would it be to play paddle around here, just outside, with this view and these boats running around, you know?
So in like 5 years, how many paddle courts is it around there?
Oh yeah, I would say it would be a paddle court. If it's gonna meet the demand, we had to change all these boats here and put paddle courts, but we can't do that, unfortunately, but there will be a lot of paddle courts. I don't want to put a number to limit it, but the sky is the limit, and I think the opportunity is massive.
Looking on the city lights, flashing bright in my eyes.
As the sun sets over the Persian Gulf, I meet up with Helena and Johan from MATCHi to enjoy some great Middle Eastern food and talk more about our passion, Padel. Dubai's the sky's the limit mentality is spreading. Today we got the news that MATCHi is receiving the biggest tech investments in racket sports history. I want to know what this means for a company like MATCHi.
We feel great and proud, of course, and it means that we can continue to develop the great product that we have today together with our existing customers. And of course, it also means that we can accelerate the international growth.
And Johan, why are we here in Dubai?
We're here in Dubai because we see the similar growth as we did in Sweden for 7 years ago. So basically, in 2019 in Dubai you had 4 venues. Today you have 40. And we see that in 2 years you will have 200. So as our go-to-market strategy is to be before the growth is happening, to accelerate the market here, taking our responsibility, creating value to the marketplace. So we're really happy to be here and setting up an organization and be customer-centric.
I'm going all the way up. I'm going all the way up.
What a fantastic first day together with MATCHi. Meeting driven people who are all passionate about developing the sport of Padel in Dubai. I wonder where this will end, looking at Dubai's sky's the limit mentality. But our tour is not over yet, and there's a lot more people to meet and places to see. So stay tuned for part 2.
During the course of these 5 years, you have your ups and downs.
He won't survive 10 minutes. So here we go. Oh, this is the future.
This is the future.
No, touch it!